Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Blue, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Blue Sports Report, because without you guys, well, I wouldn't be doing videos in the middle of the day, now would I? Well, it seems that the NFL is definitely in a hurry to get Zeke Elliott suspended. I mean, this is getting to be really crazy. I mean, it's like they are obsessed with getting the man off of the field. And I got to tell you, it just does not seem right. There's something else going on that we just don't know about. Because, of course, the NFL had their ruling. We had the appeal, which the NFL said, no, sorry, we're not going to help you out on that one. And then, of course, the NFLPA went to court to get an injunction. So that injunction is in place to stop the suspension, at least until both sides have a chance to argue the whole thing out, which seems to be more than fair, because basically you've got the NFL, who's got their side, who's saying he's guilty, even though nobody else has found him guilty of anything, or even anything to charge him with. So it seems like it would be fair to be able to have this heard by somebody who's independent. Well, the NFL is in such a rush that they don't even want to let this court in Texas to hear it. They have filed an appeal of the appeal with the court in New York, in which case it's more friendly and probably in the NFL's pocket to go ahead and overturn the other court stuff. This is just crazy, because to me, all right, you've made your case. Let them make their case. You are literally just bypassing and saying F you to the courts, to due process, and to the presumption of innocent until proven guilty. The way the NFL went about this whole situation, where they came out like they had him dead to rights with this 160-page report, yet they only had one person talk to the alleged victim, and that person said she's not credible. Had nobody else talk to her. Didn't talk to any of the other witnesses who are contradicting what she said. I'm sorry. This looks worse than a kangaroo court. This looks like a flat-out lynching. Doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what the evidence is. You're getting suspended regardless. I'm just mystified by the situation, because we've got players currently right now who have been convicted of domestic violence and hitting people and being tased and everything else. People have hit people in the face that haven't been suspended, or been suspended for a game or something like that the NFL has never done anything close to what they're trying to do with Zeke Elliott, a man who was never ever charged with anything. And there is way beyond a shadow of a doubt. I always don't want to think that there's really a bias against the Dallas Cowboys, but you got to believe there is definitely a bias against the Dallas Cowboys. It seems like the NFL always comes down a lot harder on them than anybody else. And I'm beginning to think it's kind of like the old days with the Oakland Raiders, where Al Davis thought that he should be the commissioner of the NFL when the merger happened and things. And of course, he sued the NFL to be able to move this team from Oakland to LA and Anaheim and all these different places and stuff. And so there was always this dynamic that was against the Raiders. We had like the Tuck rule. The only time it was ever used was for the New England Patriots to go to the Super Bowl and basically screw the Raiders. And to me, this is beginning to feel like deja vu. I'm a student of the game, and to me, there's nothing new. It's history that's repeating itself. So it looks like the Dallas Cowboys are now the modern day Raiders, and the NFL is out to get them. Why? You tell me. I don't know. Cowboys bring in more money than anybody else. Merchandise selling, sellouts at the stadium, worldwide following. I mean, just even on here, I've got fans that are watching the Joe Blue Sports Report about the Cowboys in over 80 countries in the world. That alone should tell you, the Cowboys are your bread and butter. So we'll see what happens with the other one, but the chances of that overturning the other one, I think, are slim and none, but we'll see what happens. It's time to get this thing done and over with. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and we'll see you tonight live streaming right on here at 9 o'clock Eastern. See you then.